Hey YouTube, this is TechSavvySolution here with a quick video review and tutorial for a new theme that I compiled. I'm going to get this disclaimer out of the way. I did not make this theme, but rather, again, I compiled it. I took different themes and part of the different themes I really liked and combined them all into one super theme, I guess you could say, that really fit what I was looking for in a theme for my iPhone 4. So before you get started, you want to make sure you're on a jailbroken iPhone 4 or jailbroken Ipod Touch 4G, as this theme is Retina display. There's only one item that's not high resolution, that is the stock, but as you can see it blends in very nicely, so we can't even tell the difference. But again, you want to make sure that you are on a Retina compatible iOS device. So let's get on with the video review for this tutorial, or for this theme. So first off, you're gonna notice that the icons are different, of course. These aren't the stock icons, etc., etc. Most Winterboard themes have this change in icons. And you'll notice for the Facebook, Twitter, iSilo, Karahan icons, they're the stock icons that you would find, except for Facebook. But for Twitter later, I mean. These are the stock icons that you would find from the App Store. However, you only see like a square of it. You don't see the whole rounded edge that you do in these icons. So the reason for that is that there is a theme file included in this theme that will only allow you to see a square of it. It's like icon shadow or icon HUD, something along those lines. And it's in the shape of a square, so all your other icons that you download from the App Store would look like this, so it fits more flushly into the theme and doesn't look as obtrusive as it would be if you were to have these sized icons. So beyond that, we see that this image for the count of your mail is a bit different. It's not red, but it's blue, as you can see. I also have Infinidoc installed here to give a greater effect on the icons. If I go to my calendar app, you'll notice that the bars are dark and the calendar looks a bit different. If you go to Safari, you'll notice that the background is different. This is black, and this is like blue circles versus the plain blue-gray. We switch between two windows, as well as the loading bar for that. You'll also notice this pop-up over here. It's also different from the stock pop-up. It's actually pretty nice, as well as the icons on the bottom. Now if we go to the mail, again you'll notice that the markers for unread mail is different, and again the pop-up. And you'll notice that the icons for your folders are going to be different too. If you go to the calculator, the numbers are going to be different. And then beyond that, everything is pretty much the same. Beyond the icons, pretty much the same. If you go to the iPod, you'll notice the loading screens are different, first of all. Second of all, the no cover screen is different. The volume fill is different. And you can see the rest. Now, if we go down to the settings, the icons for each settings is going to be its own custom icon. And for weather, it'll be black instead of blue or that reddish color. And for nighttime, it'll be black. And for daytime, it'll be silver. And then these are just regular folders, but slightly different background. And again, these cool icons, which I really like. And these icons look quote-unquote regular than these icons because these apps are downloaded from Cydia, so they don't have that little filter where you only see a square of the icon. And here's a blank page. Now you're probably wondering what this thing was all about. It's actually a categories folder with categories folders within it. So it's like folders in a folder. And I'll show you how to set that up in a minute. If you go here, then you have all your games. You press the home button to go back. Then you have your media, your tools, system, etc. So this folder, as you can see, is called all programs. So when you go to categories to set it up, you want to make sure that you have a folder created called all programs, and you have whatever folders you want inside of it to be named appropriately. And then you have all your applications that you want in those folders. And then when you go to access it on your Springboard, then it's all there, and just have to press home to go back. So you notice on the top you have your modded status, or your modded signal bars and carrier name. The modded carrier name comes from a Cydia tweak called, I think, Supreme Preferences or Advanced Preferences, and then it'll allow you to change your carrier name to whatever you want. And yes, I am tech savvy without the appropriate spelling, correct spelling of SAVVY, so just letting you know I'm aware of that. Of course, if you go all the way to the front, you have your lock info, and this is your clock. It has the weather forecast, of course. You'll notice the only thing that's pretty much themed is the separator between each category, and you'll notice ever so slightly there's a blue bar going across it, and that's what the theme is including. So if you want to arrange your icons in this theme, then I would suggest installing a tweak called Gridlock from the Cydia store, and what it allows you to do is to move your icons freely without the use of blank icons. I also included that in my 20 top must-have apps, mods, and tweaks from the Cydia store. But there you go. One last thing I want to show you before we conclude this review is this alternate wallpaper I have for the theme that I think pretty much suits it and is a nice touch to the overall theme. Alright, and here it is. So I like to move this disc on top so it doesn't block the tree. So also I like to move these on top. But there you go. I think it's a nice touch. And one more thing I want to show you is the summerboard settings, icons are different, etc. So that's from 9HD. Anyways, so this is the theme. I'll be uploading it and putting it on the link in the video description below. If you enjoyed this theme review / tutorial, then I hope you rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later in the next video review or tutorial.